Hey, what's up? It's Nathan here with thebtccourse.com, and in this video, we're going to be checking out Mutiny Wallet, which is a browser-based self-custodial Bitcoin Lightning wallet. Now that was a mouthful, so let me break it down real quick. So browser-based means that it works on your browser. So it's a website. You don't have to download an app or anything like that. So that means you can use it anywhere that you have access to a web browser. You don't need to worry about downloading something from the Apple App Store where it could be blocked or banned, or from the Android store or anything like that. Just so you have the internet, you can go ahead and use this self-custodial Bitcoin Lightning wallet. Now, self-custodial means that you hold your own keys. That means Mutiny Wallet doesn't hold your keys. You have it. You have control over your Bitcoin. And then, of course, Lightning Wallet, because we're using the Bitcoin Lightning Network. And it's available at mutinyWallet.com, so you can check that out. And this is their website here, and we'll get to the app in just a second here. But so Bitcoin at the speed of lightning, own your money, so self-custodial, any device, like I was saying, everything you need in the Bitcoin wallet, one tap zaps, uncensorable, open source, self-hostable. So if you don't want to use the mutinyWallet.com, you can go ahead and self-host it because it is open source. They have synthetic USD coming soon, CoinJoin coming soon, which may allow you to earn some yield, so that could be, something cool. And yeah, so we got talent and all that other stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and click on the Use Mutiny right here. Now, one thing that's cool about this, since it is browser-based, we can set it up as a progressive web app as well. And that means that we basically make it an app on our device, but it's still the website. So you'll see what that means as we do it. So if I tap down here, and this is of course on an iPhone, I'm sure there's something similar on Android, but we tap down here and we can scroll on down and we see the option for add to home screen. So I can go ahead and tap on that, and then I can tap on add, and just like that I basically have my own Mutiny app. So I can tap onto this now, and now it looks kind of like an app, right? There's no URL or search bar right here. There's no back buttons or anything like when you're in the browser. So if I come back to the browser, you see there's this stuff up here and this stuff down there. So when you make it the progressive web app, that stuff disappears and it's a more app-friendly type of environment. Alrighty, so first things first, Mutiny Wallet is in beta mode. So there's some bugs to it and things like that. So I would not put your life savings into Mutiny Wallet at this point in time, but I want to get this video out here because I think this is a very powerful tool. It's the first of its kind that I know of where you have a browser-based self-custodial Bitcoin Lightning wallet. Like there's nothing else like that out in the market right now. And I think it could be a hugely beneficial tool if you don't have access to other Lightning wallets or things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of here, but I recommend reading the limitations and stuff like that. All right, so here we are inside of the wallet, and we'll talk about receiving sats in just a second here. First things first, let's go ahead and click on the settings icon, and let's go to backup. So backup right there. So it's going to give us 12 words, also known as your seed phrase, which is used to generate your private keys. And so you need these 12 words in order to restore your wallet should something happen. So since this is in your browser, like if you clear your history or your cache, your wallet will vanish. And the only way to restore it is if you have these 12 words. So you want to write these down in case something happens where your browser cache gets cleared or your phone breaks or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and tap to reveal the seed words. And so here they are, my 12 words, and this is basically my username and password for accessing my Bitcoin. So this is like banking information, something you want to keep safe and private and secure and all that stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and write this down. And then it asked me a few questions down here, so I wrote down the words. I understand that my funds are my responsibility. I'm not lying just to get this over with. All right, so I wrote down the words. All right, so let's go ahead and receive some sats, and then we can go ahead and play with the settings and sending and all that other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on receive right here. And so in order to receive your first Lightning transaction, it needs to be at least 50,000 sats or greater. And that's because it's going to actually open up a Bitcoin Lightning channel at that point in time. And that's an on-chain transaction. And so there's fees associated with doing an on-chain transaction. And right now they charge you 10,000 sats to open that initial channel. So if you send 50,000 sats, you'll wind up with 40,000 sats in your wallet. Now that might change over time, but right now it's 10,000 sats, and you can read the description why on your own time. But I'm going to go ahead and click on 10,000 right here, or you could go ahead and, of course, type in whatever number you want to type in. But I'll just tap on the 10,000. So there we go. And I'll do set amount at the bottom. And now I can add a private tag so I can keep track of, where this Bitcoin came from. So maybe, and then I'm going to tap on create Zeus right there. All right, so this is coming from my Zeus wallet just so I can keep track of it, and continue. And right now it's giving me a unified invoice, and some wallets support this, so you could do an on-chain transaction or a Lightning transaction with this invoice, depending on your wallet. And most wallets that support these unified invoices, they'll check which way is cheaper to do an on-chain transaction or a Lightning transaction. So it'll do it automatically in the background. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is choose format. So choose format down here. And for my particular case, I'm going to go ahead and choose Lightning invoice because I just want a straight up Lightning invoice. So you can choose between Lightning and Bitcoin on-chain if you want to do that. And we'll do that in a few minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and tap out of X. All right, so now I have a straight up Lightning invoice. And I'm going to go ahead and copy it right there by clicking that button. And I want to point out it says keep Mutiny open to complete the payment. So that's something to note. So I'm going to go to my Zeus wallet real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and tap on the clipboard in the top corner here. And then I'm going to tap on pay invoice. And then I need to go back to my Mutiny wallet in order for the transaction to come through. And there we go. The payment has been received. So a Lightning setup fee of 10,000 sats was charged for this receive. Why? So like I said, it's that initial fee. So we'll go ahead and tap on nice now. And there we go. I now have 90,000 sats, or about $26.83 that I could spend on my Mutiny Bitcoin Lightning wallet. Now let me go ahead and tap on this gear icon real quick. And now I'll go to Lightning channels because we now have a channel open. So I can see right now I have outbound liquidity of 90,000 sats, which I saw in my wallet. But additionally, I could receive another 101,920 sats for free, basically. Like I don't have to pay another on-chain transaction, that 10,000 sats, I don't have to pay that again, but I can receive another 101,920 sats through my Mutiny wallet here, and it says that right down here. So inbound is the amount you can receive without incurring a Lightning service fee. So pretty cool that it gives you a little bit of extra inbound when you do that Lightning transaction. All right, let's come back to the home. All right, now let's say that you don't have, another Bitcoin Lightning wallet that you could send Bitcoin to your Mutiny wallet. Like you only have on-chain Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and talk about receiving on-chain Bitcoin and how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and receive. And I'll do another 10,000 sats and set amount. And this time I'm going to go ahead and send it from my exchange of Strike. So Strike, create. And it seems like there's a little bit of a bug with this private tag stuff. I can't delete the Zeus one out of here, or maybe I'm not smart enough to figure out how to. So now I'm going to have two tags. So maybe that's one of the beta bugs. Anyway, we'll go ahead and tap on continue. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose the format. So I'm going to swap this for Bitcoin address right there. And then tap on the little X. All right, so now it's giving me an on-chain address. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. And then I'm going to go to my Strike account. And I'm going to go ahead and come to send right here. And then I'm going to tap on the QR code option. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste it. And allow paste. And I want to send 100,000 sats, so I got to put in 001. Yep, there's 100,000 sats right there, so then I'll tap on next. And then I'm going to go ahead and pay the priority fee, so that way I can finish this video today. Anyway, if you're interested in learning more about Strike, I have a video on it, link in the description down below. We'll go ahead and tap on next though. And there's all my payment information, and confirm. And okay. So now I'm going to come back over to my Mutiny wallet. And there we go, payment received right there. So 10,000 sats, I can view my transaction. And so there it is in this first block that'll come out. So I gotta wait a few more minutes hopefully for it to confirm, and then my funds will be available in my Mutiny wallet. So let's go ahead and tap on nice. And actually it's already shown up in my Mutiny wallet as pending, so that's kind of nice. Alrighty, so it's been a little while. My transaction has now confirmed, and I can see my on-chain balance is 100,000. And what I need to do is convert that to Bitcoin on the Lightning network. So to do that, I can click on these arrows over here on the right hand side. And then there's my balance, and I can set the amount right there. So I'll tap on that. And I'm going to go ahead and convert the maximum amount right there. So 100,000 sats, and tap on set amount. And then I have my amount and my fee. So you can see that the fee is less than the 10,000 sats that I paid originally. I only have to pay 1,008 sats. And one difference between converting your on-chain balance to Bitcoin on the Lightning Network versus loading your wallet from the Lightning Network is that when you do it through the method that I'm doing right now, you're not going to get extra inbound liquidity. And if you don't know what I'm saying, I'll show you in just a second what that means. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and confirm the swap. And there we go, swap success. So my channel is being created, and I could go ahead and view that transaction if I want to. But I'm just going to go ahead and tap on nice right now. And so there we go. There's my Bitcoin balance on the Lightning Network, 189,000 Satoshis and 0 on-chain. Now, if I come back to the gear icon and I go to my Lightning channels, we can see that I have 189,000 outbound sats and only 101,920 inbound sats. And that's because, like I was saying, I don't get extra inbound liquidity when I open up my Lightning channel by using my on-chain balance. Whereas when I did that initial Lightning transaction and it cost me a 10,000 sat fee and I got extra inbound liquidity. So hopefully that's making some sense. Basically, if you want a little extra inbound liquidity, then doing an initial Lightning transaction is the way to go. All right, let's come back out to settings and home. So that's how you can go ahead and receive Bitcoin into your Mutiny wallet, and how you could convert it to Bitcoin on the Lightning Network if you need to do that. And now we have a Lightning balance, and now we can go ahead and pay some invoices on the Lightning Network. So let's go ahead and talk about sending this Bitcoin out. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on send, and it gives us the option to paste an invoice in here, or we could go ahead and scan a QR code. And so I need a Bitcoin Lightning invoice to pay, so I'm going to go ahead and find something to fund. So here I am on geyser.fund, which is a crowdfunding website that has a bunch of projects on it, usually related to Bitcoin, but they use Bitcoin as their monetary system, so we can go ahead and send some Bitcoin to a project. And I have this project right here, so Bitcoin Education for the World. That sounds valuable. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on contribute down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch over to Satoshis, and we'll just do a 10,000 sat donation and tap on done there. So then I'll go ahead and tap on contribute, and I could leave a message, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on continue, and it's generating that invoice. I'm going to go ahead and copy the Lightning invoice, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to Mutiny Wallet, and then I can go ahead and paste my invoice in here, paste, and continue. And I could add a private tag, so I'm going to go ahead and say this is Geyser, and then I'll tap on create. And then what I want to go ahead and do is make sure the amount is correct, so 10,000 sats, and then I'll confirm send. And I saw that my Lightning balance dropped 10,000 sats. Oh, and Mutiny Wallet just updated as well. So there's my funds that is sent. So let's go back to Geyser real quick. And it says that it's still waiting for payment, but it should have gone through because my wallet said it did. So maybe it's just, switching screens kind of messed something up. But let me go ahead and tap on this right here. And let's see if there's a 10,000 sat contribution that happened a few seconds ago. So there it is, my contribution to this project. All right, cool. So that's how you can send and pay Bitcoin Lightning invoices. So nice. And so that's pretty much all there really is to receiving and sending Bitcoin using Mutiny Wallet. Now, there are several settings as well that we're about to get into, but I wanted to cover the core concept of receiving and sending and showing you how easy it is to do it, and the fact that it is based in the browser. So that means anyone with the browser can use it, even if your phone has limitations or restrictions or anything like that. If you can get online, you can have access to a Bitcoin Lightning wallet. All right, let's go up into settings and look at a few things real quick. All right, so there's Mutiny Plus right here, so learn how to support Mutiny. And so Mutiny is open source and self-hostable, but you can also pay for it. Paying for Mutiny Plus helps support ongoing development and unlocks early access to new features and premium functionality like Redshift, gifting, multi-device access coming soon, and more. So we can join Mutiny plus for 2100 sats a month. And I'm going to go ahead and tap on join. I want to give these developers some funds because I think they have a great project that they're working on here. And I want to support that ongoing development. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm. And there we go. We are now part of the Mutiny, and I have smug satisfaction and everything else. So anyway, that's that. So settings. All right, so coming on down here, we've already looked at the Lightning channels piece, but let's click into here again since I've done some transactions. And we can see now that my outbound has shrunk and my inbound has grown. So that's how the Lightning network works, if you're unfamiliar. Like you have your total bounce, so about 300,000 sats is my total bounce. And as long as my bounce stays within that 300,000 sat range, like I can go in and out very, very cheaply and reload my wallet and all that type of stuff. And I expect over time there'll be some more details about my Lightning channels. Like it says that I have 2 Lightning channels. Right now I just see like a summary and there's not much details and you can't really manage your channel. So I imagine those features are coming. But for the time being, it's just really simple. And, you know, for a lot of people, that's probably all there really needs to be. They might not need channel management or anything, but I just want to point that out that it's pretty simple stuff. And if you want to manage your channels, well, get a more sophisticated platform or run your own node and you can do whatever the heck you want on it. All right, so we've already talked about backup before. That was our seed phrase. We have restore, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But let's come down to servers real quick. So right here, you can go ahead and swap out the servers or learn more about self-hosting. So if you don't want to use the servers that Mutiny Wallet is pinging off of, you can go ahead and connect your own. So there's that info, which might be above your pay grade. I know it's definitely above my pay grade, but it's there. All right, wallet connections. Let's tap into that real quick. So we can go ahead and authorize external services to request payments from your wallet. It pairs great with Nostr clients. So if you're using a Nostr app like Damus or something to that effect, you could go ahead and connect Mutiny Wallet to Damus and use that to pay your zaps across the Nostr network. So pretty cool stuff right there. If you're using Nostr, you might want to look into this function, and maybe I'll make a video on it at a later point, but it's beyond the scope of this video. I just want to show you that it's out there. There's also LNURL authorization, so if you're doing something with that, you could go ahead and plug in your LNURL information and authorize it. So there's that. All right, there's the emergency kit. So I'll come into here. And so right here, if your wallet seems broken, here are some tools to try and debug and repair it. So if you have any questions on what these buttons do, please reach out to us for support. So right here, we could export our entire wallet state. And so this basically keeps track of like your transactions and stuff like that. So that way, if your phone breaks or something, you can restore from your state file and get back your log of transactions and basically have the same wallet where you left off. And how this is different from restoring with your seed phrase is with the state file, like I was saying, you get that transaction information. But if you restore with the seed phrase, you won't have your transaction history and stuff like that. So restoring from a state file would probably be preferred, but it's also pretty particular. Like you don't want to restore an old state. So if you save a state file, then you go do something and then you restore that old state file, well then things are going to get screwed up. So anyway, make sure you read all the details and everything before you start messing with this stuff in here. There's also debug logs, so if you're working with support or something to that effect, they might ask you for your logs, or if you can understand the debug logs, well, that's where you can download them. Also, you could go ahead and just delete everything. So if it's really screwed up, you can just delete it all. All right, coming back down, we have the admin page. All right, so these are some secret debug tools. But anyway, here's our node, so we can go ahead and copy that, and that's our node's public key. So we could probably go find it on amboss.space or 1ml.com. We could probably find our node on there. Here's our peers that we're connected to. We could also add new peers. We also have our channels right here. So this is the channels that I am connected to. And there actually is some channel management right here. So if I tap on this and I can scroll down, I can go ahead and close the channel, force close channel, or abandon channel if I want to. So it is good to know that if you have a bad channel, you can go ahead and close that. Or if you want to close all your channels and get back on-chain Bitcoin, well, then that option is accessible to you. So that's good to know. You can go ahead and manually add channels as well. So if you want to connect to a node that you know about, you could go ahead and enter their pub key and amount right here and open that channel. So that could be beneficial if you want to do more customizable and self-controlled channel management. All right, so if your on-chain bounce seems incorrect, you can try resyncing the on-chain wallet. So there's that. If you're failing to make payments, you can try resetting your router, or if something extra security is going on, you can stop the nodes, or you can delete everything. So there's just some additional functions and features in here that might be useful. And the last piece I want to talk about is restoring your wallet. So I've already backed it up, so I already have my seed phrase written down. And what I want to go ahead and do though is I'm going to go to this admin page, and I'm going to go ahead and delete everything and confirm. And so everything's gone. So if I come back into my wallet here, I don't actually have anything in my wallet. And I want to go ahead and switch to my computer and go through a browser on my computer and show you how you can restore your wallet on another device. So let me switch over to the computer. And so we're back at MutinyWallet.com, and we're just going to click into Use Mutiny. All right, so there's our warning, and it's loading up the wallet. And of course, this is a fresh wallet, so I want to come over to the gear icon, and I want to go ahead and restore. So I'm going to plug in my 12 words that I wrote down, and it's asking me if I want to restore this wallet. So yes, I do. And I'm going to close out this message real quick. And there we go, just like that, my balance is back over here on my wallet, and I can send and receive again. And as you might notice, the activity right here has changed. All it'll show right now is my on-chain transactions. It doesn't show any of my Lightning Network transactions. So if I wanted to bring that over, I would have to export the state file and import it over here, and then it should load up my Lightning transaction activity. But yeah, now I'm over here on the browser, and it functions the same way, so you could use it on your computer or your phone or a mobile device, anything that has a browser. And that pretty much covers it for Mutiny Wallet. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that. And or please check out the btccourse.com. It is a free website with lots of Bitcoin training and articles on it. And it's just my passion project and way to give back to the fellow Bitcoin plebs out there. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.